We have a new product in the shop. It's our 365 journal. So let's have a look. Get my phone out of the way. All right, so yes, that's page 1, and on my products you can tap the center and it'll always bring you to the home index. So there's 4 indexes in the journals or all the documents that I make. I use multiple indexes. So the bigger documents have 4, 1, 2, 3, and I'll show you the 4th one when we're on a daily journaling page. So the first index is the home index, and this is it here. So you have links to the balance wheel, your self-care goals, your bucket list, and this year's goal. The big one is every single day is hyperlinked, and so are all the months. So you get the months and every single day in this journal. Then you get 2 different note paper templates so that you can customize as you will. And then this index here, this customizing index, is the self-coaching templates, which I will show you in a second. So on this index, like for instance, you press the balance wheel, it takes you there. A balance wheel is somewhere where you score yourself between 1 and 10. So you might say, I'm doing well here. Oh, it's in gray. I need it in black so that you guys can see well. You might say, I'm doing well here, I'm doing well there, I'm not doing great there, I'm doing okay here, there. You get the idea. You can just sort of map it out. And then what happens when you connect the dots, the whole point is to show you how balanced you are. So that's the balance wheel. Your self-care goals, I won't go through all of them. I'll just flick through a couple for you. Your bucket list, it's always great to do that. This year's goals. Now, going to the second index, this index up here, every single day is linked. So if we want to go to March the 9th, it'll come up here, March the 9th. We'll go back, let's go to May the 10th. You can see it's May the 10th. Now, the 4th index is here. When you're in May, all of these numbers will take you anywhere in May. Okay, so this is the big index. Every single page is hyperlinked and every month is hyperlinked. So if you tap on February, it takes you to the big picture view of February. And in there you can flick between other months, or you can get back to the days, come back here, and just say you were on the 14th of June and you wanted to go to the 15th of June, just tap on the 15 and you can see it takes you to the 15. Tap on the 20 and you can see it takes you to the 20th of June. So all of these numbers take you to the month you're in, and all of these months take you back to the month view for you. So that's this index, that's the big index here. And then the customization index is your self-coaching templates. In this journal, I've included some art therapy, some journal prompts, and some drawing prompts because there are multiple ways that we can express ourselves. Writing is one of them. So if we're on a day here, we pick a day in June and we want to write, you might, for me, I do my feelings, I do my thoughts. I always have a feeling download and a thought download, because who knows, you can feel happy and sad at the same time. Happy about, sad about, and I think that's a very normal human experience. Whatever you're thinking, great to everyone has their own way to journal. This is just how I do it. And I like to have a box where I can focus on something to encourage myself. I use this one all the time because it's just part of my story, and I like to remind myself that I'm enough no matter what I'm doing. Today, who I show up as, it's going to be enough. Okay, so I don't want to get sidetracked. Oh, that's what I was saying. Besides writing in your journal like that, there's other ways that you can also journal. So you might go art therapy. Now, you can trace, colouring isn't really a thing on the reMarkable because you're dealing with black and black and grey and silver perhaps as well, okay? So you can really use this however you want. I'm going to leave it in black and thin stroke just to show you, but I like drawing and I know that it is an established form of therapy. So you might want to, you know, get yourself a little. And I love affirmations. I think affirmations are so important on the day-to-day, you know. So it's so good to be able to, whoops, that was a little bit wonky. We can colour that in so don't need to worry about the wonkiness. And the good thing about what I've done is I've put a shadow in grey, so you can actually make it look really cool. You can copy this, paste it, make it a lot smaller, and you can add it like a sticker to your planner in another space. So if I change this to grey now, you can see the shadow behind. I could just colour that in. I'm doing this very quickly. But when you go back into full zoom, full view, and you grab it, you could make it look obviously a lot better than that, but it's really cool to have. And the other cool thing is if it was all, let's just cut that for a second. Let us go back to black in thick. Let's go thick. If I was to, and then if I did do the grey, I won't do the grey because it's a little bit shaky because I'm trying to do it fast. But you get the idea. You can make something, and then, you know, the whole point is to draw something, you know, that is important to you. Like, how do you kick goals on the daily, you know? And so you could fill this up with pictures of what kicking a goal looks like to you. But basically, I mean, it's just here for you to draw. Just believe. So there's some for you to outline. You can draw what you're grateful for. Instead of writing it, you can draw it. This looks really cool when you colour it in. I had coloured one in. I'm just wondering where that is now. So yeah, you can get into that and get it all coloured up, and you can even use grey. Looks great. When you copy and paste it, the grey looks really cool. You can't really see it now because it's grey on grey, but you will see it once you finish it and paste it up. That looks really cool. So there's art therapy. There is journal prompts where you can pick one. If I were a colour today, if you were a colour today, what colour would you be and why? What am I proud of myself for today? What are 3 things that I like about myself? Always a tough question to ask, but so worth it, and definitely a productive way of journaling. Drawing prompts, just draw something inspired by your favourite movie. Again, the whole point, as I'm sure you know, is to extract information about yourself, get it out rather than keep it in, learn about yourself, you know, help yourself in that space, connecting with yourself and just growing as a person is a really cool place to be. So that is the 4 indexes I've showed you now. I've showed you 1, 2, 3, and on each page, the 4th index is behind here. So you get access to that 4th index. You can go for it. I didn't really show you the notes pages, but these you can add in any space. So, and basically, I think you probably know how to do that, but when you go to the grid here, you all your pages are duplicatable. So we're on the notes page, you tap, long press, and you get options. So if you just press duplicate, it will put a copy over here. Always use the copy. Don't ever use the original because the original has the hyperlinks coding on it. whereas the copy, it keeps all the hyperlinks to the rest of the document, but it doesn't have the marker for page 8, which is important that it stays there. So you use this one, then you can, it's already selected, you can just move it, and we can say we want it after page, we want it here, long press, we want to place it after that page. There we are. Yeah, go for it. 365 days. Knock yourself out, do all your journaling, add all your therapy pages as you need. You can do them over and over and over again. This is a really cool one. This is a self-care page, and it's really cool to draw. I've drawn and coloured in these, but it's not in here. It's in another one that I'm using. But it's just so cool. I'm on the grey, so I don't want to be on the grey. Let me go back to the black. It just draws over it. And play around with the pens as well, because they all look different. And you know what's nice, you can use these as stickers in your diary, in your journal, because once you've drawn it, let me just see. Now this is the calligraphy pen. I'm just going to undo that, and I'm going to change to the ballpoint, because I like the ballpoint, and it's put me automatically in white. I'm not sure, it's done that a few times. I'm not really sure why. This is a bit thick, but I'm going to go with it because it's really just, the point is just showing you. There's a tiny bit there. I'm going to go thin now. Going to go there. So you can see, then go back to normal size view. Looks really cool when you trace around it. And then you can move it. You can resize it. You can make it tiny. You hold the circle, you can twiddle it round, and then, you know, you can use it on another, copy it, use it on another page somewhere. 3 people hauling a cup of coffee or cup of tea or bulletproof coffee or whatever your thing is that you love. So yeah, the self-coaching therapy templates are really cool. Let's just get rid of that and clear the clipboard. No, it's not going to ask me. That's fine. Get rid of that. Yes, here it is. It's asked me. Let's clear the clipboard. So that's it. That's the walkthrough of the Journal 365. Have fun with it. Enjoy it. Please leave me a question or a comment below, and any love on the channel is always appreciated. Thank you so much.